I'm here with Marc Mommaas, one of the founders of the New York Jazz Workshop. Marc, what made you decide to start a school of jazz in New York City? There's so many schools here.
Right. Well, I have a large body of private students. I've been teaching for a very long time. And one of the problems that came to my attention is that a lot of students don't have the opportunity to play with other people. There are a lot of schools out there for professionals, for people that want to have a full-fledged career in jazz. And these schools are amazing, and of course New York City is sort of the center where everybody comes to achieve this professional career. But there are also a lot of people out there that have another professional career but have played their music their whole lives, have a big passion for music, and they have probably a private teacher, but they do not get the opportunity to play with other people. And I decided, also listening to my own students, I decided that it was a good idea to set up something for my students so they can play together. And preferably not only saxophone players or only drummers or bass players, but the whole group, like a band. Now, that was an idea that I've had for a while, but of course a lot of things, distracts you, like paying rent and stuff, And then Marco phoned me up, and he had an idea. So I came to his place, and he said, have you ever thought about starting a music school and start to do some programs? And I said, that is funny, but I've been thinking about this for a long time. So at that moment we both made a dedicated decision to say, okay, we're going to do it. That's it. And that same day we started the company. That was the beginning of the workshop. So it came out of music and necessity and seeing what's around here, what is needed, but also our passion for jazz music.
Right. And what are the core principles at the workshop? What do you base your learning on?
The core principles is, first of all, to have a lot of fun. Music is all about having a lot of fun, but at the same time taking full advantage of all the material and all the knowledge that is out there in the city. It's one thing to just play a little bit and sit around and have a good time and drink a beer, but wouldn't it be great to also improve as a group and to get really serious with the music and really get to the core of what this whole language is about. I found that to be my main goal, to say, okay, we have students together, we're going to play music, but we're going to really deal with the language, really from what the language is all about. We're not going to walk around it, we're going to really dive into it and look at really, okay, what are we dealing with here? We're dealing with harmony, with melody, with rhythm, composition, ear training, polyrhythm. That's what our focus is, and of course, that transcends into playing with other people, playing in groups, and playing tunes.
Right. How does that translate to the instructors? What kind of people teach here? What can the students expect to find in terms of
Well, what they can expect to find is the top of the world, basically. That's the biggest advantage of being in New York City. You can start a workshop anywhere, but the beauty of New York City is that you got the best of the best here. And fortunately, through my career as a musician, I got to know and got to play with so many great musicians that, in my experience, are also great educators. So I've been making some phone calls to different musicians and explained this whole project, which is sort of a project from our heart, Marco and my heart. And he said, we're going to make this happening, and are you in? And we got an amazing response, and 2 years ago we started with our summer series as sort of a test ground with Vic Juris, who is world famous with guitar playing, and Tony Moreno, who's an amazing drummer, who is known all over the world. And that was our beginning, and now we have a full-fledged faculty with phenomenal musicians, all super pros that have been around the globe, tenfold, but they are here, and they are ready to teach and ready to take the students' music to another level.
That's great. And where do you see yourself going with the Jazz Workshop? What do you have coming down the pike?
Well, down the pike, we would like to have more workshops. So we started very small. We started with concentrated on students, and we did a summer program just to get our feet wet and to see how we can fine-tune this workshop and how we can really get in balance with the needs of the students. And we learned a lot from that, and of course you have the whole market also of how do you let people know that this program exists. So we had some learning to do, but now the program is matured. We have our first ongoing classes now going regularly. We've got new programs coming every month, and eventually we want to have our own building. We want to have our own locations in the different boroughs, and so we have a lot of work ahead of us. But we start small, but our goal is to get in all the boroughs of New York.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Yeah, and it's a lot of fun. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.